Hey, what's good, guys? Welcome back to round number 5 in my footy tipping competition in the 2024 season. I hope you guys enjoyed Gather Round last week. Hope some of you guys flew to South Australia to watch your team play. It's a really good round, so I want to go to Adelaide one day to watch Gather Round. But anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get stuck into my tips. Alright, the first game is between Melbourne and Brisbane at the MCG. Lions have a really bad record at the G, so the last win was, I think it was in the 2022 semi-final against the same opponent. The same opponent with Melbourne. But I don't think Melbourne will lose from. Don't think the D's will have any trouble, so I'm gonna back in Melbourne to get this done. I'm gonna say Melbourne to get it done by 34 points. 34 points. The next game is between the Western Bulldogs and Essendon at Marvel Stadium on a Friday night. I'll be going to that game. So is Melbourne v Brisbane Lions at the MCG. Obviously, the Bombers came off with an absolutely disappointing loss to Port Adelaide in the Gather Round. They lost by like 69 or something, which is badass. They're just ass at the Adelaide Oval. But I'm just gonna say I'm gonna back in the Dogs to get this done, because the Dogs, because the Dogs did put up a fight against Geelong last week, but we just got home by 4 points, 91-95. But I think the Dogs have a higher chance of winning this game. I'm going to say the Dogs to get it done by 20 points. Next match is between GWS and St Kilda at Manuka Oval. Oh, this is a tough one. Obviously, the Giants are undefeated, and they're playing at Canberra this season. I think it's their first one. First game at Canberra. Yes, it is. Saints trying to recover after their comeback win over Richmond. But GWS at their home deck should be too strong. Even though it's at Canberra. It's the Giants' home game. So I'm going to say the Giants to get this done. I want this to be a tight contest, though. GWS to win this by 9 points. The next game is between Carlton and Adelaide from Marvel Stadium. Obviously, the Crows are a bit of in trouble right now. They've lost their opening 4 games. But Blues at Marvel Stadium, they play exceptionally well. And I just can't tip against them. So Carlton at Marvel Stadium, because they have a really good forward line and a really good back line. Charlie Curnow, Patrick Cripps, Blake Acres, Sam Walsh, etc., etc. Carlton should win this game. Carlton will get it done by, let's say, 36 points. The next game is between Gold Coast Suns and Hawthorn. Obviously, this Hawthorn wants to try and bank a win after losing their opening 4. They're winless so far. But I just don't think Hawthorn will get it done. Gold Coast, I have to stick with Gold Coast. Gold Coast to get it done by, let's say, 31 points. The next game is between Port Adelaide and Fremantle from the Adelaide Oval. Obviously, Fremantle got robbed after with umpire dissent cracker, which led the Blues to a 10-point victory over them. But could this be an interesting game? I think Port Adelaide are just too strong. They play so well at the Adelaide Oval. Or maybe if I'm going to back in Port Adelaide to get this done. Port by, I want this to be a tight contest. Let's say like 16 points. The next game is between Geelong and North Melbourne at GMHBA Stadium. Obviously, the Cats should go 5-0 after we've beaten St Kilda, Adelaide, Hawthorn, and the Dogs. We should beat North Melbourne. I don't know what we'll do if we happen to lose in North. But Geelong at GMHBA Stadium just could not lose to North Melbourne at Geelong. The Cats to get this done by 55 points. Last game is between West Coast Eagles or Wet Toast v Richmond at Optus Stadium. Obviously, this has got to be an interesting game. Because Richmond only won one, but West Coast have not won a game this season so far. So at Optus Stadium though. But I'm not going to take the risk and tip Wet Toast. So Richmond. I'm going to tip Richmond to get this done. Richmond by 45 points. If you guys enjoyed this footy tipping video, please like, comment and subscribe. And leave any punishments in the comments below if I get 4 or less tips correct. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more match day vlogs, weekly vlogs, goal kicking challenges videos and live streams and these footy tipping competitions to come. I'll see you tomorrow in the goal kicking competition. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.